Hi ladies, I'm sorry it took so long to get this video up, but this is what I'm talking about for a 3x6 um, snippet to send to a paired partner. This is one snippet, and what I've done is, you can see the back, but what I've done is I've taken like a piece of quilting, and it had some fabric on the back that a friend sent me, so I'm using that. And then I took a piece of satin, and I changed the guidelines on doing this, because first I was just going to stitch around it and then hand sew the embellishments on, but actually it's a little easier just to tack it down with some hot glue. So this is the one of them that I have done, and so I will show you how I put it together. It's really quite easy. It's mostly about layering. So actually I'll do this one, but you can see it's still a snippet. I mean a little. This measures more like 4, but it's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is more like a 4x6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, a 4x6. But I said 3x6 in the description. So what I do is, this is just a piece of muslin, and so I'm just going to take. Oh, hold on, scissors. Wait! Don't follow me. Here we go. I'm just going to take my hot glue gun and just tack it down across the bottom and the sides, just to give it, a sturdy instead of like a real flimsy background. So that's why I was saying, use a significant piece of fabric that won't just flop around on you. And then, let's see, did I do this? No. Then just tack it down. Oh, I'm not in frame, sorry. Just tack it down around all the edges. So then you have your muslin piece or satin piece or whatever. See, this is one with satin, and then here's the one that I just glued on with some muslin. You can see that it's not totally, it's like being sewn on, basted on. So then we start with this. The next the next thing I want to do is put this really pretty piece of lace on, and I've just cut it down to about the same size, and I'm going to lay it on so it covers up that raw edge on my piece. So I'm just going to take my glue gun and make sure I got it on the right side. This one, yeah, it's this way. And just tack it down with some glue. And I'm just going to try to get these flowers right on those glue dots where I put it. And you can trim the edges if you want, or leave it shabby like. It just depends on how you want your piece to look. So then I got that down. The next thing, I'm just going through different things I have over here that I may have already put a few things together. I've got this pretty piece of dangly stuff that I drug out of my stash, and I think that would look pretty on there. So I think on this one, the orientation will be more this way. But first, before I do that, I'm thinking I might want to put let's say, like a piece of this lace down that I can put over that. I didn't want to really cover that up, but I need some lace coming down this way. So I may go ahead and cut this piece here, and then put that on there. So basically, it's just layering your stuff, or I could just use something else that I have over here. I have this pretty pink stuff here that I like, and it. Let's see how that would look on there. That would look pretty as well. Then I wouldn't need that other trim. So you could do that. It's just that it's hard to get these pretty on the edges when it's like that. Let me see if I can, with my pinking shears, trim this up a little bit more. Let's see. Trim that up about like that. And okay, so then I would take this much. And that's my, oh, I want to tack this down here at the bottom as well. Just not a whole lot of glue, but a little bit. Just to hold it, just to hold it down. So, like that. And then I am going to cut me about 6 inches of this, because that's how long my snippet thing is. So let me cut this here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to tack this down, well, or glue this pretty good on the edge that covers up 2 of my 4 raw edges. So let me just put some glue down here. Okay. And then I want to stretch this a little bit and hold it down on there so that it stays down and adheres nicely. So then so that's the beginning of my snippet. I have this lace on the back of the muslin. I had the layer of muslin, and then I put this lace on top. I put this trim at the bottom. And so the next thing, I'm just hunting for things that I can use. This was a flower off of something, and it might look good down in this corner with the pearls going up. Let me take off some of this netting on it. So I'm just going to start placing things and gluing things. And that's basically what you do with a little snippet. You can just find snippets of things and put them down there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is a pretty, what in the world? Oh, this is a button here, that I could wire through something. Like, let's see if I can stick it through the center of this. Let me see here. I've just got it wired, and it does. It's got this chain on it. I don't know why. It's got this chain on it. I must have been trying to do something else. I could hang some beads off that, so I'll probably just leave that chain on. So I'm going to take that wire, and if you can, if your fabric is thin enough, I might be able to get this wire to go all the way through. I feel it a little bit, but if not, then just take it, twist it like I'm doing, so that you have something to glue down. A little bit of gluing here. Let's see. All right, so now that's twisted on there, and I want to put it underneath, and I'll snip off any extra pieces. So then I want to glue that down a little bit right there. And let's see. I want these to hang, well, they'll hang down, I guess. Okay, so then I've got a pretty metal piece on there that I can hang some beads off right here. So it's got a little chain on it. And I am going to go ahead and glue this on. So let me hold that. And the part of it is just adding little pieces, little snippets of lace and trims and appliques that you may have lying around that just needs to go on a snippet. Here's some pretty lace. These I'm going to attach to the back because it's a nice, pretty lace, nice piece of lace. Let's see. I say in my description to attach some things to the back with a pin, and if I can find my pin, I will show you what I mean by that, my little garment pin. But let's see. I don't want that on there. And then this looks so similar to that, so I'm not going to use that. Let's see. I've got a few little gingham buttons, flowers here with some pink centers. So let me try to arrange a few of these in the corner over here and see how that looks. So I just keep layering things on here. Here's an applique I'd like to put on, and I think I'll have it go down like that a little bit, hang down underneath and onto that lacy area. Let's see. And then I do have some lace here. Let's see. Where would I want it? You know what? Let me take this up, and I think it would look cute to have a piece of this lace dangle down. So I'm going to cut this end, this side, and oh, I cut more than I wanted, or less than I wanted. Here we go. Hang on. Let's straighten that up. Okay, so actually I want some more lace on here. And so I'm going to have it come down just a little bit like that. I'm going to glue that down. Got my finger. Hot glue. And there we go. Now, why did I touch that? Yes, Jet. I got to let it cool for a minute. Oh, I get this all over me. Anyway, so let that cool. And in a second, I can touch it and put it down. And then I want to put these right here. I did have a third one around here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I don't see my third one. Where's my little third piece of third little flower? I did have three, but now I'm only finding the two. And I was going to put this on, and that would look good even dangled down. But I didn't want to hide that, but then I kind of put that lace on and hid it anyway. But you know what? You can just put a little piece on the edge here, and the dangly would hang down that way. But it's already oriented this way. Oop, now I can touch it. It's a little gooey, but not hot. So let's see. I guess I'll put that one flower there. I know I have a third one, so I'll find it and put it on there. See, and then you just find different things. Here's a little piece of, like, you can take some lace with a needle and thread and gather it on there. Put buttons on it, put ribbons on it, but I can just gather this gently with some glue here. So let's see if I can do this. Say I can do that. It'll look gathered. And so I'll have to glue that down, and then one more piece right there. And then you may even want to put a button on there to make that look a little bit more. Hold on, I gotta glue this end down right there. Okay, so there's a little, it needs to go ruffled in this way, I think. Yeah, needs to go that way, and one more down. And then you gotta go back and, it's like sewing, but not sewing. Sewing with glue. Sewing with glue. Here we go. Alright, then stick that down. That's not the best ruffle. It'd be better if you took a needle and thread and gathered it, but hey, it'll do. It still works. So you do not have to have it sewn in the original guidelines. I put sewing, but you don't have to. So there's a little ruffle with the trim on there, and it would look good with some kind of something to accentuate it because it is so light pink. I would probably find a charm or something, or maybe even this little pearl flower to put in the center. Let's just do that, since that's what I have on hand. That pretty little pearl flower right there. I don't have, let me see if I can find my seam binding, but I have this little trinket that says, it says, dream as if you'll live forever. And you can alcohol ink these. You can sand. You can do a lot of things. This is a Tim Holtz one. So I have some pretty pink seam binding over here that I'm going to use. That I think I may use to just put on the ends of this. If I can get it through there. I know I'm going to need some kind of tool or something to stick it through there. And I'm going to do this paper clip here because I don't have a lot of my tools right handy this very moment, but this will still work. Here we go. So you can take it, well, actually, hang on. Let's see. Yeah, if you take, oh, wait a minute. Take it and come through this way. That way it'll be on the bottom. The seam binding. Okay, so take it and then I would glue down the piece onto your seam binding. Or you could just tie something on the end. And then you have your pretty, make a little knot in it or something. I'm not so sure what I'm doing. I'll probably put some flowers on the edge though. Um, let's see. Just so it doesn't come off. Okay, there's a knot there. That still went through the hole. So, you know what? You don't even need the seam binding. Let me just take that out. That was an epic fail. Just take your little saying, make sure it's right side up. And I do have some flowers here that, let's see. I did have some ribbon roses that Miss Donnaville had sent me in a pretty rack that I won. And, oh, there's those little flowers down here. Um, let's see. Here's the third one I can do right here. There we go. So then I got some pretty gingham flowers on there. And let's see. I have this pretty piece. No, I'll just save that for the back as well. So I've got two pieces I want to save that I want to put on that little pin that I was telling you about. When you pin something together, but this might look good on there somewhere. Adventure. You could wrap that underneath this flower here and let the tag hang off, and it says adventure on it. Okay, what else do I have here? Well, and I'm not very good at tying bows, but you can take your seam binding and tie some bows. Let's see here. I can't do that without my little wooden thing, wooden dowel thing, to make them look pretty. Pretty. I'm not a bow tire. I do like bows, but I don't tie very well. She sent me some really pretty ones, and I know they're up here. I'd have to look for them. She sent me some really pretty things. And the only thing I've got on hand right this moment is my little scissors there. So put a pretty bow up here in the corner or something. All right. With maybe a jewel in the center. Ouch. In the center. And just keep layering. I have this charm here. It's a little hand with a piece of fabric on it. And actually, if I open it up and connect it, I could connect it to this charm that I have right here. And basically, ladies, you just keep layering your pretty laces and such. I might want to put that up there. Let's see if I can. Oh, I was going to use these other flowers. I was opening them, and then, or you could use some little rhinestones on each end. But these don't really go with this fabric color scheme here. But I do have some pretty pink flowers like this. And you just find different things, charms and pieces of ribbon and this and that to put on there. So here's this piece right here, like maybe that way. And you could put, oh, hang on, wait a minute. I just had an idea. I already glued that down because something else over there. So let's say you put that piece of, that bow right there. All right, there we go. And I'm going to hold that right there. Come on now. Hold that. And then I can put just one flower on the end. That way I'm not having to use two flowers and it doesn't look silly. But what did I do with my flower I just had? Oh, well. Oh, here it is. Okay, and then just put this one right here. But I'm going to need a new glue stick. And I'm going to want to glue this metal piece down with a little glue. There we go. There's that. You know what? I might move that. It doesn't matter if you overlap, really. It doesn't matter. So here's my little thing right there. And then I can just put I could put any little trinket there or little pearl or something instead of this flower, because the flower might look good there. I think it looks better right there on top of that. And see, here's one on this flower I could take off. It's not quite big enough. I need a pearl. So, let's see. What do I have? What do I have over here? What do I have in my little stash of things I have? That was pretty cross. And let's see. I have a clothespin. You can always cover this with some pretty fabric or something and clothespin something on there. So that's an idea that you could use. And yeah, basically, ladies, it's a layering, layering, layering. I don't want another flower. They want some kind of something here. Some kind of trinket, some kind of. I see an airplane over here, but it's not a travel theme. And I don't have any other things out right now to put over there. Let me see. Hold on. Wait a minute. I might have lied. Just lied. Oh, no. Let me see. And what is this? What is all that? Okay. Here's just a little, no, you know what? Let me see this. Oh, I'm tearing up my flower. Oh, this was, I repurpose things a lot. So I could just put that pearl on the end of that and call that good. So, Ashley, that looks okay. Just put me some glue right there and stick this down on there without burning myself. That would be the trick of the day. And hold that down. And like I said, you could put some fabric or, you know, anything on there to make it look prettier. I'm trying to look through what I have and see what I have right here on hand that I can use. And basically, you just go through your little, there, that's on there now. So you could take one of these pieces and stick it on there and to make that pretty. So we can do that. Or this would be pretty on there too. But it's too big. I think it's too big. Let's see. You can even just use some lace that's you pulled up from something else that you've outgrown, and you have a piece of lace you can just glue on there like that. Oh, sorry, move my hand. Glue on there like that, and or just any little scrap of something can go on there. That looks kind of cool. Let's just put that on there. Put that down and that down right there. Let that dry for a second. And I do have another one of these. Oh, and I took the thing off. That's right. I took the little rhinestone thing off. But that's okay. And see, so I have an extra one of these. And that's pretty much all you need. I'm not sure if I will glue that on. It does need something in this corner. But I think that's a little bit enough for this particular snippet. Oh, one of these might look good on there. Hold on. Let's not get one of these rosettes here. One of these little rosette. Or here's a cameo. I just now saw it laying there. Hang on. And it's already got a couple of danglies on it. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, that cameo would look better with something around it. I'll show you in a minute. I would use a pen to go around it to darken it some. I'll show you in just a second. Let me get it on this clothespin. That's a real pale pink beige. Like that. And then you could stick that on there to hold. That would be a good idea to hold your little fabrics on the back. I wanted everyone to send with just one on one of your. You make three of these 3x6s, and then you attach 5 pieces of lace and trim to the back. So you know somebody else can use these things on their project, but So that would be a good thing to put on the back is possibly this clothespin. And so here's 3 pieces of things already that are ready to go. And here's another piece that I could cut, and I could give them double of that because that's extra special. And then here's another piece of this lace. And let's see. And just put some seam binding back there. Let me cut it with my scissors. And that's a completed project, a completed snippet. So here is some seam binding with the 4 pieces of fabric. Oh yeah, I was going to give them that whole thing of fabric and stuff. So here's my little gift that I'm giving, and let me put that on that clothespin like this. And I may put something different on top of this clothespin, but there you go. But here's the little thing that you can just glue on the back as a gift to your partners. And you only do this on one of them. So you're going to make, let's say, here's one that I would send. Here's the second one. And if you want to add something else, you could. You know, something on the edges over here and whatever. But this would be number 2. And here's a little dangle. See how pretty that turned out with a little dangle like right here. And like I said, and these are just some pearl buttons that are on some fabric. I'm going to glue down. You can cut those off and use those. So here's 1, 2, and all I need is my third one, which I'm not sure where it went. But you know, I've got things like this and this. I've got you know, some more lace right here like that, and I've got this to put on my muslin. I've got some rosette trim. I've got that in pink and purple. So you know, this is all you need. Okay, to send to your partner is 3 completed little snippets and 1 set. And a clothespin does look like a good idea to attach it to your snippets, possibly like that. Put it in an envelope and with 1 more, and you're ready to go. And there's your little snippet swap. So ladies, have fun with this. It's really not hard. It's all about layering. And if you like, if you have a little name tag or fabric with your name label on it, put it on the back or write it on a piece of paper and pin it on the back. Like I said, this fabric was given to me from a friend. And so that's that. So it's a real simple, yet very easy and beautiful thought. And I want to show you, this is a fabric book that I made, and I cut things off of it to use on different projects. But here's the inside where you put your little stick pins. Let me move this. Your little stick pins and such. And this measures, it's more like a 5 by 7 book. But see, I've already got some lace around here. The front's kind of ugly. It's got this one flower. And I've already pulled things off to use on other things. But look how easy it is to take, let's say, this one that I made earlier. This one, put it on the front. You maybe move this flower a little bit over, but put it on the front, and voila. You have a fabric book front already made with a snippet that someone just traded you or swapped with you. So see how nice these things do come in handy for using a 3 by 6 snippet. So you see how nicely that went on. But the other one orientation was sideways, but you could turn things the other way. You could have it as a book this way, a pocket book this way, you know, and use it this way. But you see that they all do fit nicely on a 3 by 6 or 5 by 7 piece of fabric. So, oh, that did come out. Oh, I wanted that back there. Let me glue that down better, ladies. Let me glue that down. There we go. I'll have to hold that for a minute. I don't want it to cover up the words. I just wanted that glued down. There we go. Now you can see it. Anyway, so take your 3 snippets and your little clothespin or your pin of paper of fabrics. Put them all together. Put them in your package and send them to your partner. Now on this one, I have also asked that you send me a picture of your completed 3 snippets, and that's when you will be assigned a partner. Because I do need to check quality of work and that you have completed the snippet as understood in the guidelines. And when you do that, you'll be partnered with someone, and I'll give you their address, and or you will get their address. I will probably have to look for a lot of them. And then you send them along. So thank you very much for joining me. And y'all have a great day. And I'm so sorry that it took so long to get this done. Bye-bye.